This is the 3.75-inch barreled Shadow Systems CR920 War Poet Society Special Edition. It's chambered in 9mm. Say that 3 times fast. If you're in the market for an EDC carry pistol that doesn't hold any punches, this may be the one you're looking for. For those who don't know, John Lavelle from Warrior Poet Society did have a say in the features and styling of this particular pistol. With that being said, let's discuss the obvious. This is a small pistol. Overall length is 7 inches long, with the width only being 1.05 inches wide, and the height being 4.27 inches. Not to mention it only weighs 17.8 ounces, otherwise known as 1.1 pounds. And of course that is unloaded. Without further ado, let's dive in a little bit farther, starting with the tip. Up front, they do give you an upward firing comp. This will help, of course, with recoil, and is something that John actually demonstrates in his video very well. You can watch that after, of course, you're done with this one. Heading up top, they do give you a front green tritium night sight, which is very useful for acquiring targets. Not to mention on either side, you do have these very aggressive kind of L-shaped slide serrations, which are going to help you from gripping, of course. And you do have a little cutout right here. But wait, there's more. You do also have top, what I would call serrations almost. They're just nice slide cuts on the very top that do help you as far as that grip goes. So if you're off just a little bit touching the top, it is gonna aid in you gripping as well, especially for those of you who have bigger hands. Not to mention it gives you that angry cat or dog look, almost as if their hair is standing up on their back. On the left side, the model number makes an appearance with that War Poet Society logo etched into it, but the CR920P is milled into it. It's actually engraved in this nice little milled area. They do a lot to the slide here to make it look very aesthetically pleasing, I'm not gonna lie. Flip her over. You are going to get that same etched War Poet Society logo on the right side as well, not to mention War Poet text milled into the barrel. Also on the barrel, this is a straight fluting instead of the spiral fluting that you'll see on some, which does give this Shadow Systems a very unique look and sets it apart from most of the other Shadow Systems pistols. On the rear, you do have straight line slide serrations and an optics cut. Best part about this optics cut is you do retain your rear blacked out sights on top of that, of course making it easy to acquire targets, but when you have your optic on here, you are going to retain those sights to co-witness in case that red dot does ever die on you, or in case you just wanted to train with irons on a dot. Heading over to the left side of this pistol, on the left side they do give you a metal slide release. It is very easy to use and will break in a little bit better as time goes on as well. Not to mention you do have this rear beaver tail portion as well that will help keep your hand from getting pinched when the slide's going back. That's mostly useful for those who have bigger hands, as these little slides and these little guns can sometimes pinch right in here. All right, onto the bottom of the pistol, you do get a Picatinny rail with a single crossbar slot that will allow you to mount pretty much any laser or light that you wish. The trigger guard itself is very square, with a bit of texturing on the front to help you find that perfect spot, as well as a nice undercut underneath the trigger guard, so that way you can easily find that perfect hand location whenever you're getting ready to fire this pistol quickly. The trigger itself feels pretty good. The trigger pull does have a pretty good amount of take up if you include that trigger safety, but you do hit a very clearly defined wall. And then it does have a nice crisp trigger overall. The reset on it is very tactile. And then the pull one more time. Up top here, when you are gripping the pistol, you do have these nice molded textured kind of patterns. This will make it easy to find your perfect hand placement at the range with your friends as they're all staring at you judging. The grip itself does have that same texturing on it on the sides and the front and the back. That same texturing also does extend to the mag well, which overall has a great feel to it. The mag release is large and rectangular shaped with a vertical texturing on it, enabling you to find it very easy and quickly without having to do too much hand gymnastics. As we head down to that mag well, you can see it does have a slight flare right on the very front. That makes it so that way if you miss just slightly on that reload, it's going to slide right in every time. That is a nice little feature and doesn't add any bulk to this pistol. Finally, what comes in the box? Obviously, we have one 13-round magazine, and they give you a nice carrying bag. There's a spot in the carrying bag for your pistol specifically, an extra accessory pouch that you're going to find as well. They do give you some extra screws or some thread locker and some tools to pop out the mag if you wanted to not have the extended mag on it, be a little bit smaller. All in all, a nice little starter kit to say the least. In conclusion, Shadow Systems created a well-built firearm in collaboration with War Poet Society that is a no-compromises pistol. Not to mention, this is also based on a very robust platform. Couple that with a reasonable price that doesn't differ much from the similar Shadow Systems pistols, that makes this War Poet hard to pass up on. Good job, John. If you have any experiences with the Shadow Systems CR920, please leave a review below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless. It is time to